Hey, sister, it's not about what it means to you. It's about what it means to the Most High God.
Right.
God said, do not have anything to do with the Egyptians. Go back to Leviticus 18. God says, have nothing to do with them. Not about how you feel. See, this is what's wrong with our society. Because we run off how we feel.
Right.
That's going to get us killed.
Right.
Bars. Read that. Leviticus 18 and verse 2. One more time.
Leviticus 18 and 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God.
You are the children of Israel. You are the children of Israel. This is what we're going to show you. Read.
After the doings of the land of Egypt.
After the doings of the land of Egypt. Read.
Wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
God, what did God say? After their doings shall ye not do. How hard is that? Sister, you got children? Okay. When they was little, I'm assuming that they're older now, right? They're not older? How old are your children? Okay. So when your children was little, how many times do you have to tell them the same thing in plain English? And they would do the same. The rebellious children. That's why we are the children of Israel. Because you can tell your child, do not jump on my couch. Sister, and guess what? Guess what? Us being the children of Israel, our forefather, a boy named Israel, we are rebellious as children. So it don't matter about the anecdotal evidence that you have about, which child. My boys are good. It's my daughter that drives me crazy. You understand? So that don't matter. It's the fact that you have children when they're little, you tell them, I don't put that in your mouth. That's not food. They pick up the penny and put it in their mouth, right? But sister, I just want you to hear. Sister, I just want you to hear. I just want you to hear real quick. I'm pretty sure, yeah, be on Church on King. But listen, sister, I want you to hear this. Read that again from the top.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
It says, after the doings of the land of Egypt, don't do, right? So, we was talking about Tammuz. This right here is another form of a T that came from the man named Tammuz.
Right.
You have, go to Genesis 10, you have a man named Nimrod. You know who Nimrod is? Nimrod was the king of ancient Babylon, not Neo-Babylon, not the Babylon in Ezekiel. That's Neo-Babylon. In ancient Babylon, he had a wife. You know what his wife's name was? Her name was Semiramis. And guess what? They had a son named, guess what? Tammuz. They had a son named Tammuz. You read about Tammuz in Ezekiel. His wife was also called the Queen of Heaven. Now, when those three died, okay? When those three died, Genesis 10, read about Nimrod. Where's he at?
Genesis 10 and 8. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
So, Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz, all three were worshipped as gods at that time. Go to chapter 11. I'm going to show you something. Chapter 11. And when they split it, go ahead, and they said, verse 4.
Verse 4. Genesis 11 and verse 4.
You know about the Tower of Babel, right? Okay, where God came and split the languages. Watch this.
And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
So jump down to verse 6. Read that.
Verse 6. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one.
So the people are one. They're of one mind. They all worship who? Nimrod, Semiramis, Tammuz. Right? Read.
And they have all one language. In this they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language.
So let us confound their languages. What happened here? the languages began to differentiate. They all had different languages now. So you had Hebrew, you had Aramaic, you had all these different languages coming out, Arabic. All these languages from this part. Did the gods change? No. That's why you have Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz are the original Trinity.
Bring it out.
And guess what? Trinity ain't in the Bible either. But that's why you have Nimrod, Semiramis, Tammuz, which is their miracle child. You also have Isis, Horus, and Set. That's why you have 3 of them, sis. That T, that right there, is another version of a T that comes from their son, Tammuz, to represent him. That cross on that church right there, point that camera at that cross on that church, right there. You just gotta turn there's a knob on there. Yeah, all right. That T right there is for Tammuz. That's the worship of Tammuz. It just comes in different variations because the languages were split. The gods didn't change that they worship, the language is split. That is in representation of another god.
Right.
Point blank, period. That is idolatry. Be careful, sir. That is idolatry. So, I'm just get you one more, because I heard what you said. Ezekiel 23:37. I heard what you said earlier about this is the phallus, and this is the, I hear closely. Ezekiel 23:37. I understand, which is now, that is showing sexual immorality in the community. Absolutely it is. Idols do that, sister. Idols do that. Listen close.
Ezekiel.
What is a phallus? Oh, did I say something wrong, man? Okay, that is a penis going into what? I understand, sister, and you should. Okay, now that is a penis going into a what on there?
It's not going into nothing.
So what does the other part represent? That is a penis going, right, and that is showing sex. That is a, sister, everybody knows I don't have to walk around with my penis out to show the cycle of life. You don't have to show your womb, sister, to show us the representation of the cycle of life. We're supposed to be representatives of the Most High God, not our sexual organs. So watch this. Watch what this. That's where we're going wrong, and that's why this generation thinks twerking is a culture. Hold on a second, brother. I'm gonna let you ask something really quick, because we gotta understand where all this is coming from. The past generations have failed us.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
It's time to be like, throw all of this away. What did we accomplish wearing that? What did we accomplish from the I'm Black movement back in the 90s when everybody was wearing dashikis and the head wraps? What did we accomplish? Nothing. Let's go back to God's commandments. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back to God's commandments. I understand. But let's read this really quick. Ezekiel 23, verse 37.
Ezekiel 23 and verse 37. That they have committed adultery, and blood is in their hands. And with their idols have they committed adultery.
See, with their idols have they committed what?
Adultery.
You see what's going on? Do you see what the idols bring out? Okay, sister. Read on.
And have also caused their sons, whom they bear unto me, to pass for them through the fire.
So their sons pass through the fire is their sons being killed. That's their sons being killed. What do we see today? We see sexual promiscuity being poured out into our communities and our children being aborted at abortion clinics. That's what we see on a constant basis. All praises, sister. Oh, praise it. Stay right. I want you to listen to this. I know, but I want you to finish this, sister. We about repentance, and that's a good first start. All right, but we want you to understand more. Go ahead, read on.
To pass for them through the fire, to devour them. Moreover, this have they have done unto me.
Listen to this, sister. Listen to what things like this, and not just that, but many other idols that we pushed out. Music. Music is an idol amongst our community. Okay? Especially all the trash talking they got today. Ain't nothing good about the music today. The best time period was the 90s. I'm just saying. That was the best time period. The 90s was the best one. But even then, it was kind of like, some of the music, my pops was like, no, you ain't listen to that. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? But listen closely. All these things are idols we put in our community. Read.
Moreover, this have they done unto me. They have defiled my sanctuary in the same day.
They defiled God's sanctuary in the same day. Read.
And have profaned my Sabbath. For when they have slain their children to their idols.
They slay the children to their idols. Sex is their idol, and they go to that altar called a doctor's table and slay their children. Sex is becoming an idol. Music, popularity. Women kill their children so they don't have to deal with the responsibility, so they can go live their life, so they can be promiscuous. That's what they do. But I want to show you what they do, sis. I want to show you what they do. Read.
For when they had slain their children to their idols, then they came the same day into my sanctuary.
The same day that our sisters go and get an abortion, where they go? In that church right there. And guess what? That same church ain't gonna tell them that promiscuity is wrong. Sister, you should not be doing that. And it's the same thing that these represent right here. There's no difference from what the religion and symbology we learn in Egypt in slavery and in modern Egypt, America in slavery. No difference.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.